What's going on, guys? Seth here, having me a couple of shots of bourbon, watching the Third Ninja on the big screen, admiring some pretty scenery. And it got me to thinking, I should elaborate on the Accusharp, this piece of crap, versus 1x30 belts as far as for your sword. So, I'm going to use my Unokubi Zakuri from St. Nahonto Shun swords here as an example. No, I will not be using that on my blade. I'm just going to give you guys a little example. Now the sander I use is way over there, up under my prized Titanic poster. Don't judge me. Anyway, and when you have it on the sander, it's kind of sitting still, flat like this. But it has enough slack in the belt to where you could push it in. And when you push it in, this is what's going to happen. It's going to be somewhere in here. And the belt is going to flex a little bit. And it's going to wrap from the shinogi, which is this line right here, down to the ha. And if you hold it the right angle, all you're doing is polishing what's already there. You're not really changing geometry, you're just smoothing out what's there, which is what I did with this sword to start with anyway. Which is why there's no line or what would appear to be a secondary bevel. But the point is, this belt will flex, and it's kind of like a skeleton key, you know? It's going to fit the lock. It's going to fit what you're doing to it, and it's going to flex down. And which is why you want to use tape. Because even right there, just, messing with it, it's going to smudge it a little bit. See there? It's smudging it. But you want to use some blue masking tape. And when, excuse me, I'm still sick. When you do this, so all you have exposed is the very top of the edge, right there. But you're still using the actual shape of the sword to make the belt curve and wrap around it, like so. Now this one doesn't have hardly any Naku on it. It's a very thin blade. So you gotta kind of, do it freehand. But swords with more Naku, it's gonna wrap easier around. But the point is, you're not changing the geometry. Now look at this piece of crap right here. You see these things in here? Those are basically stones that remove metal. That's as far up as they go. So unless your blade is shaped like that, guess what's going to happen? It's going to change the geometry of this edge to have a bevel. And you don't want a bevel on a katana. Bevels are for other types of blades. They're for kitchen knives. They're for hunting knives. I even have a cold steel Tanto that has a bevel on it. Let me go grab it and I'll show you what I'm talking about. While it's marketed as a Japanese style blade, it still has a bevel. See there? It has a transition from here. You can feel it with your fingernail. It goes from here and then it suddenly changes geometry and meets in the middle. So the side of the blade looks like that. And then whereas a sword is like that. It's smooth. It doesn't have any sudden change like that going from this part of the blade over your knuckles and then changing. When you cut through a target at high speed, depending on the target, this hump where my knuckles represents is going to cause a drag. See, this is the same thing as this right here. Which is why you don't have a bevel on a katana. They're not made for that. Now, will this shave hair? Will it cut? Yeah. But it's not going to perform the exact same way. Now, some katanas, the modern ones, they have bevels. But you ask any practitioner, they want that removed because it just doesn't cut right. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't perform as well as a convex edge. Like the mass swords now, which mine is sitting right there with the white Sageo right there. I had to remove a secondary bevel on that sword when I got that. And it cuts better now than it did when I first got it. It's all about the right tool for the right job. And my friends, this is not the right tool for a katana. Yes, it will shave, it will make it sharp, it will whatever, it'll feel sharp. But when you start cutting through mats and targets, you will notice a difference. And it will never, this cannot make a sword as sharp as a belt. It cannot do it. It only has one setting, which is remove metal. See there? It doesn't smooth anything out. At the end of the day, you would still need a very, very fine grit leather strop or fine grit leather belt or something to smooth out the edge. And you still have a bevel. So why not just go ahead, if you insist on working on your swords and you don't want to spend a fortune, the best way, unless you are an expert at a whetstone or a Japanese whetstone, is a belt. Hands down, there's no better way to do it. To get the best edge possible, to get the strongest edge possible. That's all I got. You guys have a great one. I'm gonna go finish my movie, Third Ninja, which is awesome, by the way. You guys ought to check it out. I'm gonna have some drinks, and we will see you later. Peace.